But we got this.
Okay, you are recording.
Perfect. I hope you all had an awesome day. It's Ashley. I am without video. I am a mess, and I'm at the laundromat because we have head lice going through our house. So it is like a day. So just bear with Crystal and I. She is joining us now, but her house alarm is going off. So when it rains, it pours. It really pours. So just bear with us. So thanks all for coming on. Crystal was actually going to do an intro. Crystal, are you there?
I'm here. Oh my God. Oh, look at all my nieces and nephews. Hey, cutie pies. Hi, guys. So this is our new house, and there's an alarm system here. And the panic button, like this thing, just was set off, and we didn't have the code. So anyways, it's off now, thank goodness. 5 minutes before it coming on. Anyways, I don't even know what I was going to say before, Ashley.
I don't know. Just, I guess, introduce what we're doing, and then I'll show the sample vlog.
Right. Oh, what was it? Oh, yeah. Just about the summer and how life is so overwhelming and everything is so overwhelming and you're trying to do so much and you just can't seem to stay organized or on top of it, or you have lists upon lists upon lists and then you lose the list. And then for me, my hesitation is sometimes I don't reach out to the people that I should be reaching out to because I'm like, I can't message them back. I can't, like, I don't have, if I message them, then they're going to message me back. So I kind of get anxious about that and I don't do my reach outs for the day. So anyways, that kind of leads into what Ashley was going to share with us today, is how she stays organized. And I'm like, I want to take good notes because.
All right. So, like I said, I have a presentation on my laptop, but now I'm at the laundromat and I don't have my laptop. So I did up a sample memory jogger so that I could kind of show you guys how I lay things out. So the basis behind this is when you are prospecting and you have 500 people that you're talking to, and you're messaging them on Facebook, or you're text messaging them, or you're emailing them, or you're calling them on the phone, and then 3 weeks go by and you're like, oh my God, I forgot to check in on so-and-so. Or they message you and they're like, hey, we were chatting about Juice Plus and then you kind of fell off the face of the earth and then you look like an idiot. So this is to make that not happen. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So keep in mind, this is for when you are prospecting. So let's see. Now I'm sharing my screen from the phone. So this should be fun. See how this will work. Okay, share screen. You guys tell me if you can see. Can you see this?
Awesome. Yep.
Okay, we can see? Perfect. Okay, so I did up a sample spreadsheet while I was sitting here so I could kind of show you guys how I lay it out. So in column A, I put, so this is just in Microsoft Excel, super quick and easy to use. If you don't have the computer, you're more than welcome to do this by hand. I like to do it on the computer because it's just a list that keeps on growing. So in column A, I have my prospect's name. And then in column B, I have how I'm contacting them. So cell phone, email, Facebook. It makes it easy when I need to check in with them, which social media or which contact I'm going to reach them. And then I have 5 reach outs. Now, you might reach out more than that, just put some extra stars if need be, but this is how I keep track of, have I reached out to them once, twice, 3 times? Do I need to do another follow-up? That sort of thing. And then in column H, I put an asterisk if they have become a new customer so that I can keep track, so I can check this column and I can see how many customers I have, who they are, et cetera, et cetera. So customer care, it makes it easier to reach out to them. And then column I is the business reach out. So once they've been on the products for a little while, I start talking to them about the business. Some people I do both, so I just put stars beside both, reach out for product and business. And then again, same thing, 5 business reach outs. And then an asterisk when they become a team member. Under the notes section, under O, this is almost the most important one because I mean, if you're anything like me, I've got 2 kids, I've got 2 businesses. I'm running off of my feet all the time. My brain is like 1,000 browsers open all at once. So this is where I can keep track of, have I sent them a video and they're watching a video, so I can check back in and say, hey, did you see that video? Or I'm awaiting paperwork. So I know for 12, for instance, as this example, I've sent her the application form to become a rep, and I'm waiting for that back. Number 11, a meeting tomorrow night, so that I know that tomorrow night I'm meeting, check my calendar, where am I meeting, what time, who am I meeting with, et cetera, et cetera. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, that's just a quick run through. Do you guys have any questions about that? I'll stop the share. Do you have any questions about that before I keep going? Yes, Kathy?
Hello. Great layout. That's really simple, very easy. Wanted to ask, when you have the reach out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it the same standard thing that you're sending out on Facebook or email or texting? So when you just say reach out number 1, you know that you sent them, say, the Healthy Living Revolution video, or do you have some sort of code as to what you sent them?
Yes and no. So that's where the note section, the column O, comes in handy. So I know if only reach out 1 is starred, then I'm going to scroll over to the column O, and it's going to tell me, have I sent them a video? Have I sent them to a website? Have I just given them information? Have I sent them a brochure? That's kind of where I would kind of keep that coded, because I think it changes for every person. So I wouldn't say on the first reach out, I'm saying one thing, and then on the next reach out, it's going to be the same for the other person. So that's where keeping the notes is, I think, the best solution. But again, you guys can fine tune this to what works for you. So good question.
Now, you look at this every day kind of thing, or how do you, like, is there a follow-up section, I guess?
So once every 2 days, I just don't have the time every day, but once every 2 days, I will look at this, because typically every 2 to 4 days, I'm adding to this list. So I will share maybe next week my list that's on my laptop. It's like 300 people long, because these aren't my customers, these are my prospects. So the list just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's a huge document. So as far as follow up, I don't have any rhyme or reason, but it would become part of your DMO. You would put in check memory jogger, complete whatever, complete follow-ups or whatever. That's what I would do. So just add it to your DMO.
Gotcha.
All right.
You know the Freedom Revolution website? There's something like this as well. I think it was like step 2 or 3. It was the memory jogger part. Maybe it was step 2. And they used Google Sheets. So it's the exact same thing, but Google Sheets, and then you can update it anywhere, up on your phone, on your computer. But I think it's the same premise as what you have.
Yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of different formats, and there's probably free templates. You can make your own. There's all kinds of different ideas. I worked in Excel when I was doing like business and stuff, so it's familiar to me, but it's whatever works for you. So that, if there's no more questions, I'll jump on just so we can keep on schedule. You guys can shoot your questions in the comments too, and I can try to answer as we go. But I'm going to share screen again, and I'll share with you the sample of my customer memory jogger. So it's a little bit different. Can you guys see the screen okay?
This one's going to be good.
Okay. So,
yes, we can.
Okay. So in here, column A is the customer name again. So these are customers that have actually placed an order. Then in column B, I have their ARO number. So really, really simply, this is so that when I'm emailing head office with anything or giving them a call about an order, I can come here to this jogger and see what that ARO is without having to run my reports or go into my virtual office, because I don't know about you guys, but I just don't have time to do that for every person. So this is just an easy way to keep track of the numbers. And then in column C, whatever they have. So shakes and capsules, or capsules with children's health study. And then D, business reach out. So now they're a customer. Have I reached out with them to make sure that my prospect memory jogger is matched up with my customer memory jogger. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to be quite this detail oriented. I am anal about this sort of thing, so that's why I have this system set up. Column E is when are they due to renew, so that I can easily take a glance here and see, okay, these are all of my August renewals, and I need to make sure if I haven't touched base with them, then I need to do so. And then F, again, notes. So am I canceling their capsules? And then why? Am I delaying their order? Why? Adding shakes? When? And then schedule meetings. So for instance, I use this as an example. My customer, Alyssa, is financially strapped. So the scheduled meeting is there so that before August 22nd, I can meet with her and chat about the business. I'll stop, share again. Oh, okay. Is there any questions about that? That one's a little more straightforward. It's just basically keeping track of things to stay organized with your customers.
Another great one maybe to add is like their credit card expiry. I think
yeah, that's a good idea.
One time, like if you wanted extra columns,
hey, the more columns, and
whether they're a D or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, however you guys work, whatever system you have, you can add as many columns as you want. You can have 30 columns if you want to keep things super organized. You could combine them into one sheet so you don't have two. I just like my customer one separate so that when I'm specifically looking at customers, not prospects, I can quickly glance at it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I almost got caught on last month was I delayed somebody's order, but not just for a month, I delayed it for 2 months. And I didn't, I needed to remember that so that I knew I wasn't going to get that monthly volume that month. Or geez, I guess they still get the monthly volume if they paid it. But then when they go into the delayed months, there's no payment, so you don't get that those points for that month.
Yeah. So yeah, again, so in the notes section, you could have said, delayed until, and then put that in there. And then at a quick glance, you would have, recognized that rather than thinking about it after the fact. Okay, is there any other questions? I have one more quick thing I want to show you guys, and then I'm going to let Crystal kind of wrap up and answer some questions while I take my clothes out of the dryer, because that's how we roll this business. Any questions? Good? Okay, so I'm going to turn my video on now and turn my screen around.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Right? Okay.
Hi, George.
Hang on a second. How do I turn my screen? There we go. Okay. Maybe. Can you guys see me or the other way?
Other way. Oh, now we see you.
Oh, I don't want you to see me.
Okay, now we do not see you.
Okay, can you see my binder? Because I can't really see.
Yes. It's a little glary, but we can.
I'll try to see here. Okay. Basically, I'm going to show you guys how I keep my binder organized. I'm trying to find better lighting, but it's this lovely. There, that's better. Yeah. Fluorescent lighting here in the laundromat. So I keep a binder this thick. I've been in this business a little while, so it's a little bit thick. But I wanted just to show you guys how I organize the binder so that when I need to access something, I can find it easily. Obviously, on your computer, you can have everything saved into a Juice Plus file and then have everything subdivided. But as far as hard copies go, when I began this business, I was like constantly running around my house trying to find this resource or that resource or an application form or an order form or whatever it was I was looking for, and it drove me crazy. So this is how I organize my binder really quick. So in the front, I have a bunch of order forms, bundle forms, Ontario forms, as well as some BC, just because I have family out there. Inside, I have my shred guide, and then I have laminated recipe cards for my ball party so that I have them easy to access when I do a party. In the very front, I have my story, which I've shared a million times, so I have it quick and easy to access, as well as my antidepressant story, which was a whole other thing. In the first section, it's customers. So I have all of my hard copy order forms. 90% of the time, they have me fill them out. and I keep them just because I have them to act as a resource. And then the next section is my prospects. So this is just pages and pages in hard copy. So before I did a memory jogger of all of my Facebook contacts, because when we did the Teamsy thing, I printed all my Facebook contacts. So anyways, it's like 50 pages long, so we won't get into that. And then my DMO planners, so the ones that I have so far, as well as some extras, because prospecting and customer care goes under that category. Then new rep info. Sorry, this is kind of boring, guys, but it's organization. It's kind of geeky and boring. So under here in new rep info, I have the sponsor checklists, which again, just printed off of our website. Information about the team building bonus, how to stay organized, so different tips and tricks. The new distributor checklist, the application agreements, the rep applications, the direct deposit requests, the different forms about price sheets and the income at each level, because I don't know about you guys, but my new reps always want to know, how much am I going to make? What is my paycheck going to be? So just a nice quick reference for them. And then so this is a tip that I kind of just did on my own. I didn't really get it from anybody. The three-way calls are big with my team. We do a lot of them. So when I sign up a new rep, I already have how to do the three-way Zoom calls printed and stapled together with the team building bonus already stapled together. Should be here. So when I meet up with my new rep and we sign the paperwork, I give them a copy of this so that they have it. And then they're not asking me for it. I'm not trying to find a file and send it to them. They have a hard copy of it, and then I tell them to make copies of it and carry on the tradition. It just is two of the most important documents, in my opinion, anyway.
And the three-way Zoom call, is that the Freedom Revolution call? Is that what you mean by that?
The three-way Zoom call is the call that we did with your mom as a dry run. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The health consult, yeah. Does everybody know what the health consult is? Okay, well, that will be another call. We'll let Nicole know. We'll do that another night. Okay.
So then, Team Shining Star. Search it under,
Yes, it's in there.
Yeah.
And then one of the categories, resources. So in here, I have just paper subdividers for the smoothie program at the school. So all of the sample order forms, the letters to the principal, information about the Tower Garden, the trivia questions, the sample order forms, everything that you need to know to run the smoothie program at a public school. And then the next subdivider is events, scripts, and ideas. So in here, again, I have another copy of the three-way Zoom call. And then I also have the script for the Freedom Revolution call. I have Nicole's bio because she has hosted a couple of my events, so I keep it in here so that I have it, easy access when I'm introducing her, as well as how we introed and closed off the Raise Your Vibe event. And then information from when I rented the hall. Are all the forms you printed off on the Team B page? Yes. Yeah, you can find them all there. Nikki's done a great job putting all of that there and organized for us. So it's all of those forms that you're going to look for. Information about salad in a jar. And then this is from like the kids event that I did. So just easily stuff to grab. And you can constantly be adding to this and changing it out. Shred 10 notes, typical Shred 10 day, different recipes. My Shred 10 category is kind of bleh, but that's why we have a Healthy Living Revolution website, so we don't have to worry about it. And then under here I have my new rep, just their applications, their infos, and then my reports. So after I run my report, I print it out in hard copy, print it, and I put it in here. I keep it in here for a month, and then I get rid of it, and I move on to the next month. And then at the back, brochures, and then just a couple of extra little things. And that's it. So I went through that super, super fast because we're short on time, and I know Crystal kind of wants to close off with something, but I hope that helps you guys just to kind of think outside the box a little and get yourself organized. Okay. You guys have any?
You know what?
Are you going to close off, love?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go do what Jeff Olson shared with us. Or I printed off, like I kind of watched some of the rep wraps with Mitra Ray, and you know the funnel that the Australians were talking about? I don't know, maybe you guys could tell me what you want instead, but I made a presentation. I'll just share my screen here. Oh, right here, okay. I don't know how to play it anyways. You guys can see that okay?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So after I got a new rep, I feel like part of my problem was I was worried, like I was kind of blocking myself. I was worried about getting a new rep because I didn't know what to do with the new rep. So I kind of put this together and I printed it off for them so that they kind of, you know, they know what to do. And I tell them to watch the Brian Marsh video. So yeah, this is just the curiosity. I don't know, I can't see everybody. Does everybody know this and don't want to talk about it? Yes or no? Do it, talk about it. Okay. So number one is you want to build curiosity. That's the top of the funnel. So number one, you never mentioned Juice Plus. Avenues to do it through Facebook, Instagram, actual real life conversations. Make sure that they're short and that you're in a hurry. If people reach out to you and ask what you are up to, you could send them a short personal, oh, I haven't done this yet. I'm working on it, making a short video of my experience, not mentioning Juice Plus, but just so that it's personal instead of a voice message or even a text message. You can send them a video. So how to create it? Through social media, you have to be consistent, which I kind of am lax on this month, which is so bad, but be consistent and add value for the people. Through real life conversations. This was the day I had to go get a root canal done the other week. It was awful. And I'm lying there in the chair and I have my earbuds in, and the only thing I hear is that he's a runner. So I'm like, oh, so this is what I said to him afterward. Oh, I heard you say you're a runner. How are you feeling your body pre and post runs? And I kind of just left it at that. So short and sweet, and I sent him an email with more information. Work colleagues at work, they're like, Crystal, you have 4 boys. How do you look this good? And so I'm like, I only have 2 words to say, shred 10. And then so just create interest, and, you know, I don't really get into it at the bedside, but we can talk about it later. So the second thing is conversation. So this is once you have gotten them curious and they've started the conversation, or maybe you've started the conversation, this is what I'm working on. Questions. And so I saw Marty there, Diana's husband, Marty, but he always used to talk about form. So that is family, occupation, recreation, and then with the message that you're trying to get across. So ask them about their family, ask them about their job, ask them, what do you do for fun? Just questions like that. Like if you can't remember what to ask, those are some good ideas to go. You could ask, what post did they see that caught your eye? Or what is your main health concern? Or what's in it for them? So try to find out their pain, and then, you know, make the conversation about that. Keep it short and sweet if you can. Don't give away too much info, and play dumb a little bit. So this is indirectly showing them that they can also do this later on, and that they don't have to know it all, and try to find a common ground with them. So just some verbiage. You know, that used to be me or a friend I know until I started taking these plant powders, and then it was a huge game changer for me. I'm not as brave to say the second one yet, but let me ask you then, how committed are you to change your health goals? If I send you a video that explains it way better than I can, would you be willing to watch it in the next hour or so? And then we can talk. I have to go right now, but I have a couple of hours in the afternoon. I can give you a shout. So I kind of like that one too, because you set up the time. And that's just the short conversation. After they watch the video, and if you feel it's a good time to share the business opportunity, like if you feel like they're open, this is what Dr. Mitra Ray said, and I kind of like it. And when you get results, because you will get results, you're going to want to share this with people, and you may want to join me and be on my mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. So if you feel ballsy enough to say that, awesome. Now that we have discussed the products, I would still love to set up a time to talk about the business opportunity. So that one's kind of good. If you're open to it, you could add that in too. I have no idea if you'd be interested in this or not, but if you could do me a favor and watch this video, and if you think someone this might be a fit for, I would love to meet them. So that's also good, just to get through their network of people as well. And then the next thing you want to funnel them through after you made them curious, you had a short conversation with them, is get them to an event. Within 24 hours is ideal. So that could be a Freedom Revolution call during the 90-day game plan. A recorded video, the one that I always send that I love so much is the Adam Westwick one. Nicole's story on it, I find it so powerful that a lot of people, I guess in my market, my niche, is relatable. And you can find that under Shining Star as well. A live event, so you can look on the Team B event page. You can make your own Facebook with an event page, and so it stays up for 2 weeks. Last night was Alyssa Harriman. She did a short Shred 10 video, and it was really good. I messaged like 25 people in a matter of 2 minutes. Well, longer than 2 minutes, but I thought that would be a great event, Facebook event, because on, what time is it? Sorry. The Healthy Living Revolution, the presentation's already there and the script's already written out. So you can make up your own live event if you wanted to. And then any other community building event, like a salad in a jar, Buddha bowl, freezer bag meal, whatever resonates with you. Verbiage for that. So after reviewing everything, I know you'll have some questions. We're having a get together tomorrow night. It would be the perfect opportunity to get your questions answered. Get a sense of how collaborative this business is, and figure out if you'd like to be a part of it. I'd love to put you on the guest list. And then after you get them to an event, what you want to do is powerful 3-way calls. So I'm about 100% on my 3-way calls that I have done with Nicole or Melissa or Jen. So I was pretty hesitant at first because I felt like I didn't want to be, I didn't want to ask them. I thought it was like pushy. And so I finally got over myself and started asking people, and people are way more receptive to it than I thought. But so yeah, just never call them a 3-way call. They're a phone chat or a conversation. Schedule it with one of the NMDs within 24 hours of the event, if possible. Before the call, I like to give the an NMD a brief bio of the person that you're going, like how you know each other, what their health concern is, and everything like that. You start the call with the intro of prospect and how you know each other, compliment prospect, give any info about what the prospect is looking for, or just say how the NMD will answer any of their questions you have. I will let you take it from here. So verbiage on that. After reviewing everything, I know you'll have some questions. So let's schedule a time to talk so we can get them all answered. If you are okay with this, I will invite my good friend who knows way more than I do and can answer your questions. Or these are great questions and it definitely sounds like you want more information. So let me tell you what we'll do next. Set up a 3-way call. Oh, and then this is just verbiage for the call, just for the beginning, but we kind of already said that. And that's it. Stop share. I don't have my piece of paper in front of me because I was scrambling, but it was one of the first posts. It was Jeff Olson for the 90-day game plan. He said he did a live video and it was like, what is your beliefs? What is your passion? Shoot, I wish I had my piece of paper. Anyways, it's really good. I wake up in the morning and I read that every day just to kind of set my mind straight for the day and to know what, the day goes so fast for me with these crazy boys. And I think the summer craziness too, that oftentimes I feel like it's 9 o'clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything today. So if I have that piece of paper in my day planner so that I can read it really whenever. If I get to work, I can read it or just kind of reset my mind. But sorry, I don't have it with me right now. Maybe I'll post it under this recording. But anyways, thank you guys for sticking with us through the craziness. You should see what I had on before the call. I had these things on my ear because it was so loud. And Ashley messages me like a half an hour and she's like, I'm at the laundromat. I'm like, this is going to be great. It's because we broadcast it yesterday on our Facebook Live. But do you guys have any questions for us or anything like that?
Crystal, I'm just going to add something
Yeah.
just before you close out. So I'll try to be quick because I know we're a few minutes over. Just because we were talking about organization and customer care. So for you, those of you that don't know me, my name's Nikki, and I'm the virtual assistant for a few reps on Team B and Team Hustle, but I do stuff in particular for Nicole Scott, and I take care of her customer care. So we tried to set up the website to be as helpful as possible, especially when it comes to customer care. So if you go to the customer care section on the website, so teamb.com, or yes, like trying to think, is it Team B the change? And you'll see on there that it literally takes you step by step through from the start of getting your customer all the way through to having your customer for the whole 4-month period of their first shipment. And it has everything on there from, we made visuals that you can send them so that it's easier, especially if you're a visual person. So there's little clips that you can say thank you for your order. And then, in a couple weeks, are you taking your Juice Plus? Those sorts of things. And then there's ones that will say your shipment's on the way to let them know about their next order. So it's all there for you to make it really easy. And then I'm very old school, so I do everything written down. So I just went and got like the recipe cards. And basically what I'll do is I'll kind of put it, don't know if you can tell there, but basically it has her customer's name, something about them, so that, because Nicole has a lot of customers, so that we can remember who they are and what they're about, their address, their phone number, what product they're on, the best way that they like to be contacted, so whether email, Facebook, however they like it. And then there's a next ship column, the date I contact them column, and the comments that were left to that person. So Nicole sends a card to every single customer when they sign up. So I go on and I make a card and send it to them via send out cards. So that's like a welcome card. And then it kind of gives a little blurb about her as well. And then we send them a thank you message. And then they basically, a week before each of their shipments, I call them to make sure that they're not going to be overstocked, everything like that. And then I'll write down if they want delayed or if they're good with it and that sort of thing. And then I kind of update Nicole on all of her customer stuff. So that's just an easy way to do it. Again, if you are like me and just old school and like to write things down. But again, everything's on the website too to help with the little images. And tomorrow I'm going to add stuff with the Omegas because we realized that there's nothing with the 4 of them on it, and with our Omegas as well. So go check that out to see if anything will be helpful for you. Really easy to save it on your own computer so that you have all that. Anyways, that's all.
Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. Thank you, Ashley, for sharing with us your memory joggers and your binder. I know that's pretty personal stuff, so I appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else does too. Say hi, Graham.
Welcome. Thanks, everybody, for staying late, for bearing with us while we endured an incredibly crazy day. Hey, buddy. Yeah. So I hope you guys all have a great night. If you have any questions, post in Team B. We'll do our best to answer. And I will sign off. And thanks, Nikki. You're amazing. Thanks for everything you do on Team B. You're awesome, awesome.
Thank you. You guys did an awesome job.
Have a great night, guys.
Bye. Whoa. Okay. That's a flashlight. Yeah.